Test, test, test. There we go. Mike wasn't plugged in all the way. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. It's good to have you in. Bitcoin is making a beautiful move. Not only is Bitcoin making a move, but we're seeing bullishness throughout the markets overall. We're seeing really good positive price action in the traditional financial world as well. It looks like Roaring Kitty's tweets may have even sparked off a bull market in equities, cryptocurrencies, and otherwise. So we're going to dive into some stocks today, which we don't usually do. We're going to take a look at the indices, take a look at Bitcoin, all things crypto, all things bullish. So without any further ado, let's take a look at Bitcoin here. So we're starting off with Bitcoin here on the 4-hour, and beautiful move from the breakout point, currently up 6%, nearly 6% here. We got past the heart line of this descending channel right here, and if we turn on the VPVR, we can see that we are above the point of control for this consolidation. Let's actually just, this is VPVR, visible profile in our volume profile visible range, right at the area of the breakout where the acceleration happened is right at the point of control. So we could be looking at a potential where we come back down and either test the heart line, test the 7. The heart line is also where the 7 is right now, but we could also test down on the point of control. I think if the bulls really truly are here, then we're probably only going to test the heart line and the 7 on the 4, the 7 moving average on the 4-hour chart. And things are looking really good. Let's go over to the daily. Beautiful bullish engulfing candle on the daily. Things are looking positive. Are we out of the woods yet? No, not just yet as far as our strategy is concerned. As soon as we touch $73,074, our market bias indicator is going to flip back to bullish. To let you know what you can expect every time this flips to bullish, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these other flips right here. So we got a flip here that resulted in a 60% move. We got a flip here that resulted in a 12% move. We got a flip here. This resulted in a massive, I need to get everything in frame. I need to get everything in frame for that flip. This flip, actually it flipped twice. So we got up 70% on that flip, and then this flip right here gave us another 70%. So if we can get to $73,000, let's see what that would be as far as a price target. If we got, let's say, a 60% move, we're talking 120, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking $120,000. That would really take the market off guard. It would really take the market off guard. Let's take a look at the weekly, see if we can get a cleaner picture here. So what we need to cement the bullishness of this current move is to get back on top of the weekly 7. Currently, we are above the weekly 7. The 7 is at 64,959. We'll just call that 65K. So as long as we close in the next 4 days above $65,000, that's going to be a very bullish close for Bitcoin on the weekly chart. Now that we're on the weekly, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the indices. I do have sound now, I believe. Make sure, can somebody give me like a thumbs up or something that we got sound? All right, so taking a look at the S&P 500, boom, all-time highs on the S&P. We are looking at continuation. It's bullish. We're bullish. The indices are bullish. The market is back to risk on. We have an appetite for risk again. Things are looking good here on the S&P. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ also not as bullish as the S&P, but still all-time highs on the NASDAQ. Bullish continuation, blue sky breakout here for NASDAQ. It's looking really, really good. Taking a look at gold. Gold it's not quite at the all-time high, but you know, it's a really bullish structure. You can see this consolidation breakout here. The assumption is once you've consolidated and had a breakout, let's get a parallel channel going here. You got a breakout of this consolidation. It's a breakout. We're looking good. As long as we can stay above the 7 on the weekly, we're bullish. We're really bullish. All right, let's take a look at the dollar. Dollar came up to our resistance point, is now getting a rejection back down to the lower end of the channel. When the dollar is in a decline, risk on assets are going up. So the market has an appetite for risk on assets again. A lot less bearishness out there, and Roaring Kitty sparking off the retail bull market. You do need retail to get in to really see the price expand, but we've been good. Things are looking good. Everything is in an uptrend overall on the macro. Let's take a look at GME. GameStop. Just obscene move. Obscene move on GameStop. So basically, since it peaked out in January of 2021, we had a big, long drawdown, consolidation, tightening of the spread. We went from the bottom of the RSI to completely overbought up at the 84 level, nearly 85 on the RSI. Got to a price from the bullish cross of alphanumerics. We got about 274% from the buy signal and 544% from the bottom, from the lows. This is a positive sign. When you have a change of structure, when you have a change of behavior in Wyckoff, it signals a shift occurring in the market. Do I think GameStop's going to be a good play? Not at these prices, not at these current levels. But once we get a cool down and a consolidation, I think that this is going to be a repeat of what we saw in 2020, 2021 for GameStop. So do keep an eye open for that. But I also want to remind you guys that trading GameStop and trading AMC, what happened last time? They halted trading. If things get crazy, when you're in a centralized, controlled environment like the stock market, you're controlled, and they can halt trading, which is not what you want when you are trading your assets. You need to be able to move, which is why I encourage you guys to check out the cryptocurrency market if you aren't already. Crypto, you can always trade crypto. Sure, when there's high volume on exchanges like Coinbase and stuff, maybe Binance on occasion, they do kind of break down. But if you're trading on chain, or if you're trading assets peer-to-peer, you'll always have access to your coins. You'll always have access to liquidity. So if you are interested, scan the QR code popping up on the screen right now. Get into the Discord and come and trade some Bitcoin along with some master traders like myself and Matt. Let's take a look at AMC. Also had a nice move. We love the stonk. We love the stonk. AMC, oh, okay. I heard AMC was rallying, but I guess not so much. It did have a big move of 88%, but AMC has not broken any structure. When we go ahead and take a look at GameStop, you have a clear break of structure here. This is a sign of strength. If this consolidation doesn't break down into the lows, I would say this area back here, as long as we can hold this support/resistance flip right here, as long as we can hold above that, the assumption is higher levels. The assumption is higher levels. My prayers go out to those who bought the tippy top of GameStop. Hey, it's a volatile market and you're playing with illiquid shit, but you know, it's still a positive sign in my eyes. Going back to AMC, let's see if we can get a more zoomed in approach, a more zoomed in look. AMC did flip back to green. We've seen a lot of red in our indicator here, lots and lots of red here on AMC, and we did flip to green, so that is a good sign. But yeah, it's nowhere near as strong as GameStop. So GameStop is going to continue to be the narrative there. Let's take a look at some other alts. Let's see if Ethereum has done anything. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Ethereum, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? I keep trying to give Ethereum a chance. I keep trying to give Ethereum a chance. And I think eventually we will see Ethereum get to some part of the market where it begins to outperform Bitcoin. But that hasn't happened yet. And you need to be objective and put all of the fundamental bullshit aside. Ethereum has done nothing for you this cycle. Ethereum has done nothing for you this cycle. It hasn't had good NFT projects. It hasn't had good DeFi. It hasn't had a meme coin cycle. It hasn't outperformed Bitcoin. Ethereum has done nothing. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin comparative, heading down to lower levels on the Bitcoin pair. So very different cycle, very different cycle. Ethereum is not the darling child of this cycle. We're seeing a lot more adoption on Solana. We're seeing a lot more adoption with Bitcoin Layer 2 and Bitcoin ordinals, inscriptions, runes, BRC20, tap tokens. There's a lot of innovation going on the Bitcoin network. So if you haven't already dug into that material on the Bitcoin network, I highly encourage you to get stuck in. Bitcoin is going to be a huge narrative this cycle because of all the functionality coming to on-chain. What has been the narrative for years? Bitcoin's too slow. Bitcoin doesn't do anything. Okay, well, Bitcoin Layer 2 is going to be faster than Solana, and it's going to have DeFi, it's going to have meme coins, it's going to have everything. It already has incredible NFT projects with huge communities that are very strong. This is Bitcoin's cycle. This is Bitcoin's cycle. Obviously, I'm coming at this a little bit biased, not only because we've made a shit ton of money with ordinals, but I'm a Bitcoiner at heart. I'm a true Bitcoiner at heart. So take that with a grain of salt, if you will, but you got nothing to point at on ETH to show that you are in a good position there with ETH. Let's take a look at Doge, see what Doge is up to. Are we in Doge action just yet? 80% up from the call of the private group. Again, if you guys want access to the private group, the links are down below. It is 100% free. All that you need to do is sign up with one of our partner exchanges, whether it is BitGet, whether it is Blowfin, whether it is 2Bit. Choose the exchange you would like to trade on, make a small deposit, and we give everything else away for free. You get access to the trade signals, you get access to the alpha group, you get access to the trading bots when those turn back on. Trading bots aren't on yet. We're hoping to have those primed and polished before we get the flip at $73,000. But yeah, get stuck in. Let's see what's going on with Doge. So this is a really good support/resistance flip here on Doge. Doge is a whale playground, by the way. So, you know, don't fade Doge. Does it have fundamentals? No, it doesn't. But it has a clear issuance schedule. It has a clear supply. It is decentralized like Bitcoin. Is it Bitcoin? No, but it's not something to fade. So don't get too fundamentaled out there. If you don't like Doge, that's fine. I don't like Doge either. I'm not buying Doge. We do call the signals. But yeah, I think there's other stuff out here. But we are green. We are bullish. We are above the key support/resistance flip. It's looking good. We are primed and ready to go. Let's take a look at Chainlink. Chainlink, that call's not doing too great. But yeah, I guess, you know, can't win them all. Can't win them all. But yeah, let's see what's going on with the chat. Ordi for life. Check out Ordi. The ordinals still haven't recovered yet. The ordinals still haven't recovered yet. So they had a huge hype cycle. When you have a hype cycle and people make a shit ton of money, you have to allow time for the market to digest that supply, because people will naturally begin to take profits. They will naturally reallocate and rebalance their portfolios. So you need time for the market to digest all of that supply. So Ordi, you know, this is kind of expected after something goes up, you know, 1,800%. But yeah, it's still a solid project. Let's take a look at a few other ordinal projects. Meme doing its thing, nothing spectacular. Like I said, the BRC20s, they're not quite ready just yet. Let's take a look at sats. Same sort of thing. Let's go to a lower time frame here. Let's check out the 3. No, let's go to the daily. Sats is looking ready to go here. Sats is looking ready to go. As soon as we break this downward sloping line of resistance, I think Sats will go. If we can begin to cross the 7 moving average above the 30 moving average, which a move above this downward sloping line of resistance would cause that. And then if we can get that above the 50, then that's really positive price action for Sats. We're currently up 2,600% on sats from the original call, and the secondary call we're underwater on the secondary call. Or are we? No, we're break even on the secondary call. So not too shabby on sats. Let's take a look at track. Super volatile, but we have a similar story over here on track. As soon as we can get above this downward sloping line of resistance, it is off to the races. So we'll see. Maybe sats is kind of the market leader inside of ordinals, and it's not ordy, but yeah, as soon as you see price above there, it's going to be off to the races. STX, let's take a look at stacks. Had a huge rise. And again, when you have a huge rise, you have to have a huge consolidation. There we go. But we are bottoming. You can see on the RSI, low, equal low, equal low, low, lower low, lower low, lower low. That is a bullish divergence. But yeah, stacks had a huge run from the lows of the BRC20 mania phase. It went up 750%, now down 44% with a low of 50%, 50% retracement. That's pretty bullish, honestly. In a bull market, getting a 50% retracement in a lesser known altcoin, I guess it is somewhat known, but typically in the alts, you'll get a 50, 60, sometimes 70, sometimes more if you're in the micro caps. Move to the downside, and we got a 50% retracement. So the bulls are here. The bulls are here on stacks. It's looking good. Vitalik Buterin is a scam. He had a coin cold prime coin that scammed everyone. Oh, interesting. See, I have been completely fading ETH. I have been completely fading ETH because the ETH chart at no point gave me a reason to pay attention. If I saw any positive price action or any outperformance or just any outperformance with ETH, I would start to pay attention and see what's going on. The only one that's been outperforming as far as altcoins is concerned, you guys already know, it's Solana. And look at this. Look at this price action. Going back to the weekly, look at that. ETH didn't do that. Solana's back on top of the 7. Solana is back on top of the 7. Is ETH back on top of the 7? No, it's not. This is a different cycle. This is a Bitcoin heavy cycle, and this is a Solana heavy cycle. Make notes. The market is the teacher. You just need to learn how to read. Listen to the market. Do the homework. What is the market telling you? The market doesn't care about your opinions. The market doesn't care about your market research. The market doesn't give a shit about the fundamentals that you've learned. The market is telling you where the demand is. And the market is telling you that Solana is one of the picks. So do pay attention to Solana because it's going to continue to be a market. It's going to continue to dominate the market against Bitcoin. Let's actually take a look at Solana against Bitcoin right now. Sol BTC. If you guys are ever confused as to whether or not you should invest in an altcoin, do your research, figure it out. If you like the coin, and you're ready to buy the coin, all that I ask is that you first look at the Bitcoin chart. Yes, X coin is at $8, and this coin's at $10, and that coin's at 50 cents. Those are the USD comparatives. There's nothing wrong with them when they're in an uptrend and they're outperforming Bitcoin. But if you want to be sure that they are outperforming Bitcoin, you have to go to the Bitcoin chart. If you don't see green candles in an uptrend on the Bitcoin chart, it's not outperforming Bitcoin. And it shouldn't be, it should be something that you slow down on your assessment as to whether you want to buy it or not. This is one of the biggest mistakes that new traders make. It's one of the biggest mistakes that new market participants make, is they want to buy an alt and they just go and buy it without referencing the market data. If it's not outperforming on the Bitcoin chart, it's not going to be a good investment, period. End of story. I'm sorry that that's, you know, it does piss people off because a lot of people, they do a lot of research and they put a lot of work into their investment thesis. And when I come on here and I take 2 seconds and I look at a chart and say it's shit, that obviously is going to piss off people. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I'm just trying to make you a better trader. I'm trying to make you a better analyst. Let's put it that way. Maybe you're not a trader. Maybe you just want to learn how to read the market. You're an analyst. Exercising these methods of analysis will do wonders for your portfolio, because what it does is it keeps your bias in check. You can be like, man, this is XRP is the best thing in the world. I've done all this research. I've done hundreds of hours of research on XRP. Why isn't it outperforming? Just allow the market to show you when is a good time to buy an alt. I feel like I've beaten that dead horse quite a bit. All right, what else can we take a look at here? Let's take a look at the ETF. ETF looking good. Nice gap up. Going to get a nice close. I guess the market's closed right now. So that is a nice close on top of the 50. So we're above the 7, we're above the 30, and we're above the 50 on the ETF. It's looking good. Let's take a look at the Hong Kong ETF. This one still doesn't really make much sense. It's not much of a chart. But we had a huge gap up. Huge gap up. So 5 hours left of trading in the Hong Kong market. We'll see how this one plays out. Did you hear what happened to Cuba's banking situation? No, I did not. Give me a TLDR. Give me a TLDR on that. What's another one? Let's take a look at Monero. So all this privacy concern stuff, let's see how the Monero trade is shaping up. The Monero trade is up 22%. Man, we've been, you know, if you took that original signal, it came after the Binance delisting. I said that's a mistake. There's market fit for Monero. Only up 20% since the entry, but you know, Monero does have product market fit, but is it outperforming the market? No, it's not. It's not. But if privacy is a big concern for you, let's say you want to transact in a private way, Monero makes it easy to transact in a private way, and the price of Monero is not falling. So it's still a good tool to use. Let's say you have some Bitcoin, you can do an atomic swap with Monero, and now you have a private spending account. You can use Bitcoin for saving and Monero for spending, because Monero is not going down. So that's a good thing. But certainly not outperforming. Let's see if we can check out some of the other coins. What's Binance been up to? Binance coin. It's a weird coin. But it's in a nice consolidation. No big move. No big move on Binance coin. It's still, you know, Solana that wants to really outperform here. And then obviously we got Bitcoin. Obviously Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is still the strongest one. Structurally speaking, when we look at all the other assets, Bitcoin is still further ahead structurally. And what I mean by structure is the formation of the highs and the lows. The percentage gains will be different. Like when you look at Solana does bigger moves. It does bigger upside moves and it does bigger downside moves. And the structure is different on Solana. So Solana is a good one. It's one of the outliers, but other coins won't be good. Like XRP won't be a good one. Oh God, what is all these scribbles? Good Lord. Somebody was charting drunk. XRP is just not a good one. What is all this nonsense? Oh, I think I was painting a picture that, you know, cycle after cycle, it's just in a downtrend. We don't need that. But yeah, it's not outperforming. Structurally, it's lagging. Percentage points, it's lagging. Another one that everybody likes is Cardano. I haven't had too much opportunity to shit on Cardano this cycle because nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. But we did get a sign of strength and went back down into the trading range, and that's it. So, you know, there are better plays out there. There are much better plays. If you guys want access to this, if you want to know what we're trading, if you want to know when we're buying Bitcoin, and if you want to learn how to use leverage, scan the QR code, get into the Discord, sign up with one of our partner exchanges and get free access to all of our products. But yeah, and on top of that, we do the coin calls. So any of the projects that I'm in, I've been sharing it, and we're way up on a ton of those projects. So I'm not going to go into them right now. I am actually going to close it out there. So thank you all for joining into the stream. Yeah, things are looking really good. I feel a narrative building, and that's the most important. That's the most important part when you're in a retail-driven market. Is what is dumb money thinking? What is dumb money saying to themselves? And what is dumb money saying to new dumb money participants? And if this GameStop thing continues to be an upwards trend, we're going to see a huge bull market just based off of the fact that GME is trading bullish. You have a huge cohort of advocates to say GME is going to do the same thing. It's going to do the same thing that it did in 2020 and 2021. That's a narrative, and it's an easily digestible one. So be on the lookout because things are looking truly bullish. That is all the time I got for today. So thank you all for joining into the stream. And until next time, please trade safe. It is jungle out there. Peace.